Hello everyone, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your May 2016 Angel Oracle card readings. For this month, I'm either going to be using the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno or the Archangel Gabriel deck by Doreen Virtue, and of course pulling a color card from the Secret Language of Color Oracle deck by Anna Segal. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can just go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I will leave that information down below. I also have my Vimeo channel now. So for May 2016, we're going to be featuring love readings. That's right. Really great love readings. Of course, the course is there on how to perceive your angels if you want to check that out. And be sure, if you're watching this in April, to go back and still catch the April 2016 spiritual readings on Vimeo. All that information down below. So let's get to it. Hi there, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you for May 2016. Just going to tune in here and see if anything comes up while we're shuffling. Now, I should explain, I am using the Archangel Gabriel deck, which is kind of worded and geared towards writers, but you can use this for a general reading, as I will show you. So please don't turn off the video saying, oh, this has nothing to do with me. Yes, it does. Okay. Now, I do have a guy who was outside my window who just, as soon as I started recording, it's spring, so they're doing their whole beautiful thing. Have a card popping out here. You know, doing their landscaping and whatever. But it's just so funny. Every time I'm getting ready to record, get the fuzzies, we got all kind of things going on. That's when the guy started right outside my window. But we're going to keep on keeping on. That's why. Perfectionism. It's so funny because this is happening for signs with the noise going on outside. It's happening for people who might need to relax a little bit and be more in the flow and not assume that everything has to be perfect, right? Okay. So let's see what else we've got. Here he comes again. He keeps going by my window and looking at me like, what is he doing? All right, classes. That came up for another sign this card wants to come out. And journaling. Okay, cool. So the first card up we have is gratitude. It says you attract more blessings when you appreciate your current blessings. So this month, don't focus on that which is going wrong, right? With the perfectionism card. Don't focus on things, maybe it's not even going wrong. Maybe you're just perceiving it as such. Maybe there's nothing wrong. Maybe everything is going exactly the way it needs to. Have gratitude. Have gratitude even when things are not going your way. Know that you are protected from something, okay? So let's say, I keep using this example, but let's say you applied for a job, you didn't get it. Okay, well, you might want to sit there and go, you know, life stinks, oh my gosh, you know, blah, 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 blah. But be grateful because maybe that was not the right situation for you and something better is coming along. You have to stay in that mindset. And this is also, you know, people who already have enough, who are constantly wanting more. I had a client come to me one time and told me that she was super wealthy, but she wanted to know exactly how to make as much money in this lifetime as possible. And that's a whole other thing for another day, I suppose, but she had a very unique energy. But that's never going to come to her, and she may end up losing her whole fortune because she's not grateful for what she has. Okay? The universe is ever balancing. So, you know, watch your thoughts behind things, watch your emotions, watch your intentions, and just be grateful for what you have. Perfectionism is the next card, and it says, polishing your creative project is fine, but don't allow perfectionistic fear to result in procrastination. I do feel like for some of you, this is actually a project that you keep going over and over and over again. Time to, you know, give it over to that editor or let somebody see it or let somebody give you some feedback. Whatever it is, get it finished up. But besides that message, okay, at the bottom of the card, this perfectionism thing is a bigger message for you this month. Where in your life are you trying to be too perfectionistic? Are you putting pressure on the people in your family? If you're a parent and you're putting too much pressure on your kids, I mean, yeah, it's great to encourage them. But if you're being too hard on them and not even giving them space to breathe, you're taking your children out of the flow. Okay? So that's something that's coming up for some of you to be very aware of. And don't be overly critical of your love partner, if you have one, or your friends, or yeah, for some of you, this is about your own parents. Oh my gosh, this is interesting. So something coming up, and like, I mean, obviously a lot of people who watch this, they may have had a really rough childhood, so did I. But you know what? I'm still very grateful. And I know that, you know, nothing has to be perfect. If it were perfect, we wouldn't have to be here. I'm still grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for my family. And in an odd way, I'm grateful for the experiences that happened, because if they didn't, I wouldn't have the capacity to sit here and be a messenger for others. I wouldn't have any point of reference for what those experiences are like. So even as you guys reflect back on things that happened in the past, have gratitude for the souls that came in. I don't care how hard it was, okay? Like I said, I didn't have a good childhood either, okay? Well, there were great aspects of my childhood, but I had some rough things happen too. But even having gratitude that you made it out alive, or that having gratitude for the fact that you're here now and you have control of your own life and you have the wherewithal to heal now from whatever happened. There's some beautiful perspective. Perspective is a big thing all the time, but it's really coming up for a lot of signs in May 2016. So we're really being questioned about, how bad do we make things in our own head? Do you know what I mean? So look at that. So classes is the next card. Learning and teaching are a part of your higher calling. You could take that very literally if you want, but classes might mean, if you're getting too perfectionistic about a project, maybe you might take a class on how to not do that, or or maybe it's a class on how to just finish it up. For some of you, this is going back to university. But this could also be, for some of you, those healing seminars that you might want to go to. Just be careful with those. Watch which ones you're going to. Just because someone's a big name doesn't mean that they know everything. And please, please, please don't, if you're going to go to a seminar about healing, about releasing the past, about a spiritual practice or something like that, please don't treat that event or that person like they are the Holy Grail. They're just teachers. They're there to give you information for you to process within yourself and for you to figure out what to do with. All right? You should not be hanging on to a teacher. All right. So the final card we have before we go on to the color card is journaling. It says, consistently writing about your feelings and activities stirs creative ideas and builds your confidence as a writer. So for the writers out there, that's going to make perfect sense. If you are not a writer, this is you, again, maybe using journaling to do some of this healing this month, or to even let go of someone. Journaling can also be that exercise where you're writing a letter to somebody and you end up not sending it. It's just a matter of getting your emotions out on the page. Now they're saying some of you are going to think that you have to take the class to learn how to journal. Someone out there is thinking that. You don't have to do that. It's a journal and a pen and your feelings, and you do it. Okay? That's all there is to that. Now your color card is violet, so transmutation. Create a balanced life. The number is 45. So taking those lower frequencies, transmuting them into higher frequencies, it's all this stuff we've already talked about. Your life is not going to be perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. You're supposed to be learning from all those little mishaps and things that you think that you don't want to have happen. So it's time to really use maybe even the Violet Flame meditation to rid yourself of those negative emotions and anything that really might be pulling you down and holding you back at this time. Okay? So there it is. Have a beautiful month. And of course, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.